No matter where you are from, every culture can feel strange at first. What feels completely normal to you can feel confusing, even uncomfortable to someone else. And for me, well, I'm no exception either. I was used to a culture with pretty clear rules, rather clear signals, and clear expectations. So when those disappeared, it didn't feel wrong, but it felt a little confusing. Let me show you a few everyday situations in Japan that surprised me, even though I felt somehow prepared, and what's actually going on beneath the surface. Imagine this. You enter a home. You take off your shoes. Makes sense so far. You put on slippers. Still fine. But then you go to the bathroom and suddenly there's another pair of slippers just for the toilet. And you might thinking, "Oh, wait, what? Am I supposed to switch again? Has somebody forgotten slippers?" As I didn't really want to wear somebody's slippers and the toilet looked very clean, I stepped in with my regular slippers. Toilet mistake number one. Where I'm from, cleanliness matters too, but not like this. This felt a little over the top. Until I was taught the reasoning behind it. It wasn't random. It's about separating clean space and unclean space. Pretty simple actually. And yes, even though I needed a little bit to process it made sense. Now it feels normal. And by the way, don't forget to change back into your house slippers after using a toilet. I did walk out wearing toilet slippers once. Toilet mistake number two. But this is where it hit me. That feeling. Not knowing the rules. At least not completely. Maybe overthinking everything. This is probably exactly how Germany feels to a lot of people from other cultures. Now, imagine this. You sit down at a restaurant. You open the menu. And everyone orders, of course. But not for themselves. For the table. Food arrives and suddenly everything is shared. No, this is mine. No clear structure. For me, this felt chaotic. Because where I'm from, you usually order your own food. You eat your own food. Well, that's it. Maybe generously let somebody try, if you're in the right mood, that is. So I started thinking, how much can I take? Am I taking too much? Do I need to wait? Should I eat slower and not devour it in my usual German pace? It felt a little stressful. But in reality, it's not chaos, it's a kind of connection. Sharing food means you experience the meal together. Obvious, I know. And once I understood that, it went from this is strange to this is actually not too bad. And yes, in Japan, there are of course also restaurants where everybody orders food individually. But those are usually foreign style ones and very expensive. Then there's this moment. You finish a meal. Everything was great. So naturally, at least for me, you want to tip. Because where I'm from, that's pretty normal. But in Japan, you try to tip and they refuse it with a confused look on the face. And suddenly you think, ooh, did I offend them? Did I do something wrong? But the reality is, good service is already included. So tipping doesn't feel like appreciation. It just feels unnecessary. It feels strange at first. And even though you feel completely satisfied, because Japanese service is top notch, you also feel a little bad, because you can't express your gratitude the way you're used to. But I was able, on some drunken taxi rides home, to force the taxi driver to accept a tip. Mission completed. But nothing felt more comfortable to me than this. The staring. You're walking, sitting on a train, and people look at you. Not quickly. They look, and they keep looking. And when you look back, they suddenly look away. For me, this felt quite intense, like being the center point of the given surrounding where I was. Even the knowledge of it happening couldn't prepare me for it. Where I'm from, too much staring or eye contact in general feels or can feel intrusive or even aggressive. Too little can feel cold given the context. So I started thinking, do I look weird? I mean, obvious, yes, but did I do something wrong? But in reality, it's not judgment, at least not negatively. Mostly. It's curiosity, and without understanding that, it can feel personal, even if it's not. Mostly. And then there's communication. Where I'm from, people are pretty direct. If something is wrong, they usually say it clearly. But in Japan, things are softer, indirect, very indirect actually. So when I hear that might be difficult, I thought, okay, sure, maybe later. But what it actually means, that's not going to happen. So no. And that mismatch creates confusion. Not because anyone is wrong, but because we are playing by completely different rules. And I think this is the key point. What feels strange isn't random. It's definitely structured, just in a different way. And the moment I understood that, I realized something. This is probably exactly how German culture can feel to you. Not rude, mostly. Not cold, usually. Just different rules. So, if you've ever felt confused, uncomfortable, or even judged in Germany, I got it over the years. Especially when I met other Germans coming to Japan for the first time. They sometimes felt too direct and rude to me as well. Ha! How far have I fallen? But yeah, I felt the exact same way, just somewhere else. But over time, those strange moments have become the most valuable ones. The ones that change how you see the world. So, the next time something feels strange abroad, it might not be wrong, or maybe even yes. But one thing is for sure, it's definitely different. Thank you very much for watching.